Hello everyone, it's Fred Titania, and welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Season 1 Part 1 game review. Now, today I'm going to be doing the Part 1 review for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Season 1. There will be a Season 2 game review, a Season 1 Part 2 game review, probably a few days after the Season 1 is over for Cold War. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the multiplayer map so far. Now I got a rating of the multiplayer map so far as a 6 out of 10. Just because there's some maps that should have been shorter than others, and the maps, like, most of the maps are just way too big, other than Nuketown and Raid, because they don't really count, I guess, because they're just remastered maps. But it seems like they're pretty much the only two good maps in Cold War for Season 1 for right now, and so that's why I gave it a 6 out of 10. Alright, the multiplayer mode so far, other than like search and destroy, TDM, capture the flag, and game modes like that, Fireteam Dirty Bomb is a mode that I want to really like, but at the same time, it kind of sucks, to be honest. It's kind of like Cold War's version of Ground War, but worse in my opinion. Just because, like, it's a huge map obviously, and you get to parachute in the map. Alpine, and I forgot what the other one is called, but it's fun, I guess. But at the same time, there's like, just like Warzone, there's way too many snipers, to be honest. Like, they'll be on top of buildings, and like you can, like, the OBJ to that mode is like you gotta collect these like nuclear gas things and cash them in, and then your team instantly gets like 100 points each, and the team that gets to 500 wins the game, which is cool, I guess. But they could have done better though. With like, and there's cheaters, of course, on Firebomb, on Firebomb Dirty Team. But and then the other map, or the other mode, it's called Combined Arms. Like, I actually like that mode a lot because there's even a video on my TikTok that that's actually pretty cool. But I made it kind of funny, but it's pretty cool on my TikTok for those of you that follow me on TikTok. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10 for the multiplayer modes. Alright, now let's get into the zombies. The zombie map so far, Die Maschine. Like, I really like the fact that they decided to extend Nacht der Toten, because the map Die Maschine is a Nacht der Toten remaster basically, but also a remake, because like there's more within the map, thankfully. Like, you can actually go outside of the map finally, and then there's this like underground base, which is pretty cool. And then you'll get to go in the Dark Ether, which I'll talk about here in a little bit in this video. But because Dark Ether is actually pretty cool. Not that they did a great job with it, but I'll get into it. I get to the Dark Ether here in a little bit. But I think they came out with another one, or they did, called Firebase Z. But I'll talk about that map in Season 1 Part 2. But Die Maschine is a pretty good map though. Like, it's pretty good. Like, the layout, just the setting of the map, and basically the remake / remaster of Nacht der Toten is pretty cool. I like that they added like a ton of graffiti on the Nacht der Toten building, which is pretty cool. And then the outside is like, it's snow time obviously, so, which is pretty cool. But that's why I give the zombie map so far a 9 out of 10. I'll get to the other map in my Season 1 Part 2 review of Black Ops Cold War Season 1. After the season is over, of course. But, alright, now let's get into the enemies of zombies so far. Now, of course, you got your main zombies, and then you got your, like, hell dogs, which, honestly, obviously, they're now Nova 6 dogs, which is pretty cool. But, or Nova Gas dogs, or whatever they're actually called. But they actually look pretty cool. I like what they did. I liked what Treyarch did with the Hell Dogs, that they turned them into Nova 6 dogs, basically, which is pretty cool. But that's why I like that. That's why I give the zombie. Oh, and then the elite zombies, which I think pretty cool, because, like, obviously for every map, for every season, there's gonna be a different zombie boss, which is pretty cool. It's actually, like, the boss is like a Nova 6 catalyst, basically. And then once you kill him, it turns, or once you first kill him, he explodes and then turns into 2 zombie catalysts, basically. A Nova 6 catalyst, and then you gotta kill the 2 catalysts, and then that'll be it for the mini boss, which is pretty cool. But it's also kind of hard to kill him as well. And also get to other boss and stuff. I'll talk about the other map in my Season 1 Part 2 review, like I've said. And that's why I give the zombies so far a 7 out of 10. Alright, now let's get into some of the perks, to the zombie perks of zombies. Now the zombie perks I really like is, I really like the fact that Juggernog is back in zombies. Obviously, quick revive, stamina up, and then, of course, the return of Deadshot Daiquiri, which, honestly, my opinion, is very useless. Like Deadshot Daiquiri in zombies was obviously overhyped, in my opinion. I think a lot of Call of Duty zombie fans would agree with me that Deadshot Daiquiri was just overhyped. And then, you got some of the new ones, like Aluminum Pop, which is pretty cool. But because, like, Aluminum Pop, what that does basically is, like, makes your reload faster, which is pretty cool. And then they added a new one called Tombstone, which is pretty cool. It's like, basically, you drink it and then you get to, basically how it works is, like, when you die, or when you're downed by a zombie, you can come back to life with that perk, and then you can actually go, or your ghost self gets back up, and then you get to revive the actual you that's down, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, I think that perk, honestly, is, like, the best perk in the game, other than Juggernog. It's like, it's the second to best, basically, but Juggernog, obviously, is the best perk in the game. And, that's why I give the perks a 6 out of 10. It would be a little bit higher, but some of the perks aren't as great. Like, Deadshot Daiquiri could have been better. Oh yeah, Speed Cola. Like, also, Speed Cola is kind of useless in my opinion. They could have used it a lot better. It's like basically to reload your gun faster, but not really, because, like, I've used it and it's just kind of useless, to be honest. It's basically just for reload, which is useless against, like, mini boss zombies. So that's why I have the perks of 6 out of 10. Alright, now let's get to the zombie score streaks, armor, and exfil. Now, I don't like any of these at all. I think score streaks were a little bit overhyped for zombies. I think they're useless, to be honest. And then the armor, I think it can be useful, but only towards, like, basic zombies. Like, it's not very useful towards Nova 6 dogs, or even the mini boss zombies, like the elite zombies. Because, like, when you get hit by a mini boss zombie and you're wearing the armor, you instantly get downed, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's why I give the zombie Scorchdrakes armor and exfil a 4 out of 10. Unfortunately, it could have been a 5, but I didn't like any of them, so that's why I give it a 4 out of 10 for the Scorchdrakes armor and exfil. Alright, now let's get into the, basically, in my opinion, the best part of zombies, the Dark Aether. Like when you enter the Dark Aether, like there's some steps you gotta do to turn on the power, and then turn on the little portal power to go into the Dark Aether, which is pretty cool. And it's like the best. It's basically the best part of zombies, in my opinion. Like Treyarch actually did a great job with like the effects and the environment of the Dark Aether, and like how colorful it is. Like the colorway of the Dark Aether is actually, like, they did a pretty good job with the Dark Aether. Treyarch did. So that's why actually since it's like, to me it's the best part of zombies. So that's why I give it a 10 out of 10 for the Dark Aether. Alright, now let's get to the final part of this review, the Season 1 Battle Pass. Oh yeah, and there's no final verdict just because I'm doing a part 2 to Season 1 of this game review. That's why there's no final verdict, but get into the Season 1 Battle Pass. Obviously they had a new character called Stitch, which it looks pretty cool, but also basic. Kind of like, it looks like a Call of Duty. He's a Call of Duty version of Bane, basically. But like, I mean, I guess he looks cool, but he looks like a basic version of Bane, just with like a hoodie or whatever. But even the tier 100, he looks just like Bane at like tier 100 of the Battle Pass, but I haven't gotten that far yet because I'm only at like tier 64 or somewhere around there. But which I'm probably not even gonna be able to beat the Battle Pass. I'll just probably wait till like obviously Season 2, because I'm gonna be able to have like COD points to get to Season 2, or at least I think I will. But like there's obviously like the skins for like Frank Woods and Adler, and like just for all the operators and stuff, like they actually look pretty cool. And then like the vehicles, they did actually, and they also added some soundtracks that are pretty cool. Like I like that they did that a lot with Cold War, with the Cold War Season 1 Battle Pass. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, and that's why I give the Season 1 Battle Pass 7 out of 10. It could have been 8 or 9, but some of the stuff that's in the Battle Pass is kind of useless. Like the stickers and emblems aren't really all that cool. Like, I guess some of the calling cards are cool, but that's basically about it for the stickers, emblems, and calling cards. And then the skins are pretty cool, like I said, and the vehicles actually look pretty dope. And then the soundtracks, like they added a lot of, like, since it's a game based in the 80s, like in the Season 1 Battle Pass, they added some cool soundtracks of 80s music. Like, for example, Sweet Cherry Pie, and then like they added some pretty cool and funny 80s music like that. But so that's why I gave the Season 1 Battle Pass a 7 out of 10. But alright, everyone, until part 2 of this Season 1 Battle Pass of Call of Duty Cold War Black Ops Cold War. Make sure to like, share, subscribe if you're new. If you're subscribed, make sure you have turn notifications turned on. Alright, until next time, peace.